Before we begin our demonstrations, I want to introduce you to our elephants and our trainers. On my far right, we have 12-year-old George with his trainer, Steve. Next, we have 17-year-old Piccolo. Some nice curtsies from her. And last but certainly not least, we have 2.5-year-old Jake with his trainer, Sebastian. He's a little bit of a show-off. Asian elephants are sleeping today in the teak forests of Burma to harvest logs from the forest. They drag the logs down to the river, where they then float to the nearest mill for processing. And George here would like to give us a working demonstration just when this is done. We'll just slip on his harness, which goes over his head and across his shoulders, and he can show us just how strong he is. As you can see, the elephant is extremely powerful. They prefer to have machinery because they are much more maneuverable, and they can reach those high mountainous areas that trucks and other vehicles cannot reach. They also cause less damage to the surrounding area, making them the more environmentally friendly way of harvesting. The harness that George is wearing today is an exact replica of the one still used. It is made out of either canvas or leather, and it evenly distributes weight across George's chest and shoulders, making it very easy for George to pull that heavy load. Well, George did an excellent job. Let's give him a round of applause. Push that log up in front for us. She will do so using her powerful trunk. She just lowers her head, digs her heels, and up she goes. As she is doing so, you may have noticed that Piccolo there does not have long tusks. And that is because in the Asian species, only the males have long ivory tusks, and the females have a shorter, smaller version called tushes, which can be found just under their upper lip. Well, Piccolo did an excellent job, and now that she's at the front, she'd like to take a closer look at you and give you a big elephant-sized wave. Nicely done, Piccolo. Well, little Jake would like to prove to us that he too has amazing strength for an animal so young. Who thinks Jake could pull that log? What do you think, Jake? Do you think you can do it? No! What if I give you this treat? Then do you think you can do it? Yes, but that didn't take much convincing. There you go, Jake. We'll just slip on your harness. Okay, Jake, here's your chance. Dig in your heels. Let's see you go. Amazing power and speed. We do like to be beautiful guys for honor chickens to get used to your harness. It won't be long until Jake there is pulling a load as large as George can. And Jake may be young, but he knows to pick up after himself. This is where his trunk comes in handy. He can just pick that log up with his trunk, and now he can carry it wherever he goes.
Hey,
Well, I didn't say he was a bit of a show-off. Thanks for your help, Jake. You can just place that log right there for us. Nicely done, Jake. Next, we would like to show you just how dexterous an elephant's trunk can be. Does anyone in the audience have a large coin like a Louie or a Toonie? Come on up here. Huh? Perfect. Just come on down here. Wait right by this railing, okay? Steve will show this coin to George, toss it on the ground in front of him, and he'll use that small finger-like projection at the end of his trunk to pick it up. He uses it much like he used your thumb and forefinger.
Wow,
and he's got it. He'd like to give that back to now, so hold up both your hands nice and flat just like this. Because George pays off all his debts. And you
No.
Oh.
And you got it. But you might want to wash that off because it was just up an elephant's nose. You may have noticed that our elephants stand quite tall and there's no means of getting on or off one. So our trainers had to invent their own ways. The first mount we would like to demonstrate for you is the front leg mount on George. George will just lower his head.
Wow.
And he'll give me a boost with his front leg. And I'll get off in the reverse.
The sky.
Thanks for the lift, George. The next mount we'd like to demonstrate for you is the back leg mount on George. Because George and I have always been a little bit backwards. I'll just grab a hold of George's tail. And he'll give me a boost with his leg. I didn't quite make it. I didn't quite make it. I said, make it up there.
أكيد تمثيلية ولا كان مسكها؟
ها؟ تمثيلية. ها؟ لا مظبوط.
Okay. Oh! Okay, I'll hold it there. Oh no, now I can pull the other one that way.
راح توقع.
لك احملها وخلاص.
Okay, straight up. Okay. Are we doing it on a count of 3 or are you just doing that? Okay. 1.
Okay.
What do you mean okay? 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, try both feet. Grab this one too.
طب أحد
Okay. 1. 2. 3.
أوه هيك يمكن بس.
Well, that is definitely not how you do the back leg mount.
عشان هذاك واقف مستعد يعني عارف إنه راح.
Okay, I'll just grab a hold of his tail. One last time, hopefully. There we go. And there's an express method of getting off George. I'll just use his head like a big slide. When working with any animal, it's extremely important to check them over daily to be sure they're healthy. To do this with the elephants, the trainers just ask them to lie down on the ground. This would be to check over the large surface areas. They do lie down slowly but surely. Some are a little bit faster than others. Here comes Jake. And there comes Piccolo. What about you, George? Come on, George, lay down. Come on, George, lay down. Oh, I forgot one thing. George doesn't like to lie down without his pillow. Okay, George, we got your pillow for you. Come on down. All fluffed up. Here he comes. Almost there, George. There you go, George. Well, now that the elephants are down, this gives us a chance to check for their skin for any nicks or scratches, as well as check over their feet, which consists of a 1-inch callus pad. We're checking to see if there's any stones embedded in them, as well as to see if their nails need filing. This is also a good opportunity to check over their eyes, ears, and their mouth. Well, it's not Piccolo trying to be helpful. Wants to check out my foot. Come on, Piccolo, let go. Smash the pull me out.
هاي تمثيلية بتكون.
Okay.
تمثيلية.
I'll give you a treat for checking out my foot. Here's your treat. Not the other one too. Okay. Here's your treat for checking out both feet. You give her a treat and I'll get away. Okay. There we go. Okay. Well, did everyone pass the inspection? Yes, well, it's time to get up. The elephants will get up and they'll get back in line.
هذاك ضل مكانه.
Wait a minute. Looks like we have a lazy elephant here today. Come on, George. Get up. You can't sleep during the show. Get up. Get up. Steve, I can't seem to get him up. That's a pretty good idea. Do you guys know anything that might scare an elephant? No, so that's a pretty good idea, guys. Where am I going to find them at? Where? This way? Where? In the bucket? Well, look at that. There is a mouse right there. Well, maybe if I'm sneaky, I might just be able to scare George up.
Mouse.
What do you think of that, George? Bill! Put it on the side. Okay, see what this does.
Hey, mouse. Shoot.
Well, that didn't seem to work either. Should I put it on his head? Well, that seems to be just a myth. But I know someone's afraid of mice. Steve's afraid of mice. Come on, Steve, just give it a pet. Ooh, geez, I swear. I got you! That's all right, guys. That was just a sock. I got the real mouse right here. Thank you. Well, it looks like we're going to need your help to get George up. So everybody on a count of 3, I'll get up George. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. He goes. He was just fooling around. Well, now that we've shown you how the elephants work, we'd like to show you how they play. Piccolo can play a game of one-on-one soccer with Sebastian. Sebastian will be in net, and Piccolo will take the first shot. Who thinks Sebastian can save that ball? And who thinks Piccolo will score? Okay, well, it looks like Piccolo's got her game face on. Ready, players? Game on! Piccolo takes her first shot, and Sebastian saves it. But she's gonna go for a second, and she gently tucks it in and scores. Nicely done, Piccolo. Not only do we have a soccer player, but we also have an excellent basketball player. George would like to show off his moves. He'll just grab a hold of that ball with his trunk. And he'll go up to the net.
بلعب سلة طلع. صور بلعب سلة طلع.
Hassan.
And a nice slam dunk. Let's hear for George, everybody. Not only Piccolo an athlete, but she's also an excellent musician. And she'd like to show you just how she can play the harmonica. She has an excellent sense of